Degrees are not going to matter within the next 10 years. Number one, oversaturation. Too much of anything is never a good thing. When so many people have degrees, it drives the value of the degrees down, and that makes degrees less impactful. There's nothing special. Secondly, people are waking up and realizing that they cost more than they're actually worth. Time, commitment, student loan debt, those are all things that can be viewed as disadvantages. You go through all of that only for you to sit at home unemployed. The rest of the world is moving towards skills. What is it that you can do?
Degrees to avoid studying. Number one is BA psychology. Guys, we have enough psychologists and not enough common sense. So please, this one is a no-no. Number two is BA administration and HR. In fact, the whole Bachelor of Arts faculty, guys. We are tired of seeing people's talents. It's time to see thinkers and workers. The country is falling apart. We have enough DJs, enough dancers, enough actresses and actors. Number three is chemical engineering, industrial engineering, and biomedical engineering. These are like the least effective engineering degrees in the entire faculty. Number four is any academic degree, especially in the science faculty. So being like a physicist or a math major or a chemist, avoid those degrees, guys. They will get you nowhere in life. Last but not least is law, BCom, politics, and philosophy. Like I said, guys, we have enough hooligans running around pretending to try and fix the country. We need high-end skills. The country is falling apart.
I don't understand people who always be like, a degree is just a piece of paper. If it's just a piece of paper, how come you don't have it? It's not just a piece of paper because you need to work hard. You need to make sacrifices. Sometimes you go through so much and even affect your mental health. So it's not just a piece of paper, honey. If you don't have it, that's your own problem.
If you got your degree and you think you're set, think again. In South Africa, more than 70% of graduates struggle to find work in their first year. The job market is more competitive than ever. Even with a degree, breaking the workforce is more competitive than ever. Employers are now looking for more than academic qualifications. Soft skills such as adaptability, problem solving, and effective communication are quite crucial now. You can develop these by taking part in campus societies, volunteering, and even internships. When you are able to highlight these skills in your CV, then the employer can see that you bring some sort of value into the workplace.
And another conversation we need to have is how the rules keep changing to suit the people who are in power. Like in our parents' time, having a degree was enough to get you out the hood. You could get a good job, amass wealth, take your kids to private school. Like you could live soft with a degree. But tell me when it's our time, all of a sudden, hey, a degree is not enough. It's all about who you know, the skills that you have, the experience. Hey, like the rules keep changing. The goalpost keeps being shifted. We are getting degrees and degrees are no longer the answer. They are no longer the key to success. Like make it make sense.
I sometimes feel like I got my degree for vibes. It's almost as if I got it to just prove a point. Because tell me why I spent 15 plus years of my life attending some sort of educational institution. Primary school, kindergarten, preschool. I went through everything. Eventually got to the end. Graduated. Of course, we were warned at university. I will not lie to you, students. Sometimes it is not enough to only have a degree. What the heck are you talking about? But I still functioned with that hope, that glimmer of hope. To say, no, man, I'm going to shut up the naysayers, get a degree, get a good job, and I'm going to achieve my dreams. Because when I attended school, that was the only thing that just kept me going throughout my schooling life. The only thing that kept me going was the fact that I was telling myself that at the end of all of this, I'm going to sit back and I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be okay because I have a degree now and blah, 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 and all these things. Where? It's so frustrating.
South Africans who studied humanities or Bachelor of Science in university, we've had several conversations about how those are academic degrees, not really professional degrees, how hard it is to get a job after you've studied them. But if you have studied those, if you studied the humanities or you studied Bachelor of Science and you are working now, please tell us, either stitch or comment in this video, what are you working as? How did you get the job? Like what was your strategy or your pathway to success? I'll start. So I did a Bachelor of Social Science, and the way that I got through to where I am now, because I'm working in admin, but like I'm working in like events and logistics type of space. I was able to get that job because of the work experience, quote unquote, that I had from different organizations that I volunteered with while I was studying. So I was a speakers coordinator for TEDxUCT. I did like admin secretarial duties for like the church society. I was a teaching assistant and a tutor also, so that gave me like admin type of experience. And then I was the director / chairman for a organization in which we volunteered and gave students like education, etc. So all of that experience combined, like in organizing events for different societies and stuff like that, like I was able to use all of that experience as well as my undergraduate degree to get the job that I have now. And now I'm climbing the ladder, going to different posts and positions. So in essence, my leverage or ladder to success included, doing different volunteer work and like work with other societies and stuff. And leveraging that experience when applying for a job. Because the job I applied for didn't necessarily ask for like a Bachelor of Social Science, but I was able to use the experience that I had while studying to get the job. But what about you? What did you study and what are you working in? How did you get there? Let's help the young kids out.
Imagine my shock, Sanmunan, when I came across someone who was under the misinformed impression that there was no value in going to school to get a computer science degree because AI can now code. As if that's all being a software engineer is, coding. I don't blame this person because there are way too many opinions that are loud and wrong that have the platform and the reach to spread and peddle this nonsense that AI is coming to take software engineering jobs. It couldn't be further from the truth. Can AI code? Yes. Can it code well? Subjective. Is that all being a software engineer is? Coding? No. In order for a software solution to make its way into production, as in your hands right now, like what you're watching me on right now, there are significant contributions that come from various people with various skill sets, some within the software engineering field, others within data science, others in networking, solutioning, product management, product ownership, development, design, and all that sort of stuff. All of this has to come together in order to give you what you're using today as an application. And AI is so far from taking all these roles. If anything, I think AI is there to optimize the people that are currently in these positions, to optimize the learning experience of people who are going into these positions, and then obviously optimize them once they're there. It's a great tool, but it's not strong enough to be the singularity that replaces you. Is it powerful? Yes. Should you go to school? Yes.
My unpopular opinion is that there's no such thing as a useless degree. Now, yes, there are degrees that might be misaligned with the goals that you wish to accomplish with that degree, right? But that doesn't make the degree useless. It just means that you chose wrong. Like if you go to university or motivated by intellectual curiosity or the need to just expand your mental horizons, right? And with that motivation in mind, you go and you study theology or human literature or whatever it is, then you can't say that those degrees are useless. They've got a purpose that they're fulfilling. And in this case, that purpose is aligned with what you wanted to align with, right? But then on the same token, if you want to be a doctor and you go and study engineering, that doesn't mean engineering is useless. That just means that what you chose doesn't align with what you wanted to accomplish with that goal. You can't now go and say that engineering is useless, because this person just exercised poor judgment. So it should be said that if you want to use a degree as a segue into the kind of career that can afford you, a house in a cushy estate, 2 cars and all that, English literature it's not the right choice for you, right? But that doesn't mean that the degree is useless in and of itself.